Good morning, grade 7 students. Hope that you are all fine. Today we will start solving exercises about chapter 2 signed number. Please put your homeworks in front of you and follow with me. Exercise 1. In each of the following cases, give the sign of the sum. Okay, they don't ask me to calculate, I just want to write the sum. Here, minus 32 plus minus 43, as I told you in the explanation, when we have similar or the same signs, it means plus plus or minus minus. Of course, one of them is between parentheses, so I can replace them by a plus sign. Okay, if the signs are opposite, one of them is minus and the other is plus, so or plus and minus next to each other, I can replace them by a negative sign. Here, minus 32 plus minus 43. If he lost 32, then he lost $43 or marbles or whatever, then he lost an all. Okay, so A is a negative number. If we want to calculate it, I can say that it's minus 32 plus minus 43 can be replaced by, here plus minus, replaced by a minus sign. Minus 32 minus 43 is minus 55, so the sign is negative. What if one of them is negative and the other is positive? I have to write the sign of the greater number. Which one is greater, 18 or 54? 54 is greater, so as a result it will be plus, and I have to find the difference between 54 and 18. So what's the sign of the sum? It has a positive sign, and B is a positive number. Now plus 41 plus minus 72, it's the same. We have opposite signs here. We can replace them by a minus. So I have to put the sign of the greater number and subtract them to find the difference. 41 and 72, the greater is 72. So the result will have a negative sign and C is a negative number. Now D, plus 57 plus 43, both of them are positive, so definitely our result will be a positive number. That was exercise 1. Now exercise 3, I have to calculate and find the answer. I equal plus 8 plus minus 11. Plus 8 should be written the same. Here, plus minus 11 can be replaced by a negative sign, since the signs are negative. Look, it's so simple. If two signs are the same, replace them by plus sign. If two signs are opposite or different signs, one is plus and the other is minus, I can write a minus sign. So it's plus 8 minus 11. Now, how to solve it? I write the sign of the greater number, which is 11 here. So it's a minus. Now, 11 minus 8 is a 3. So I equal to minus 3. Now, J, plus 7 plus 3. Plus 7 can be written the same. Now I have plus the same sign, so I put a plus sign instead of them. So it's a plus 7 plus 3, which means plus 10. Now minus 5 plus 8, the same. Plus, I can replace them by one sign, which is plus. So minus 5 plus 8, it's the same as 8 minus 5, which is 3 or plus 3. Now minus 1 plus minus 4. Here I have plus minus, different signs, so replace them by a minus sign. I should write on the line minus 1 minus 4, which is minus 5. Now, exercise 2. In each of the following cases, calculate the distance to 0 for each sum. keep in your mind that the distance is always positive. Okay, I have to calculate. Here it's positive. Okay, I have to calculate and then find the distance from 0. Now, minus 8.5 plus 3.5. To remove brackets, the same sign plus plus can be replaced by a plus. Now, minus 8.5 plus 3.5. The bigger one has a negative sign. 8.5 is greater than 3.5. So in the result, I have to write minus, and then I have to subtract. 8.5 minus 3.5 is minus 5. It's 5, and we already wrote minus in front of it. So the result of E is minus 5. Now, part F, plus 8.5 plus 3.5. Same sign, so I should write plus. Now 8.5 plus 3.5 is 12. Please keep in your mind that the distance to 0 is always positive, since I'm talking about distance, no matter the direction is. So when I say that E equal minus 3.5, so the distance from E to 0 is 3.5. Here the distance from F to 0 is 12. Now G, minus 8.5 plus minus 3.5. Plus minus can be replaced by a minus sign. So minus 8.5 minus 3.5, I have to write their sign and add their loss. So it's minus 12. Now 8.5 plus minus, we replace them by a minus sign. So it's 8.5 minus 3.5, which is 5. The distance from H to 0 is 5. Now, exercise 4. Perform the following additions or calculate. We should follow the same strategy here, okay? M equal minus 7.3, we wrote it on the line. Plus minus 8.7 can be replaced. The signs are opposite, so we replace them by a minus sign. Now, minus 7.3 minus 8.7 equals to minus 16. Now, 5.13 plus 4.87, same sign, so replace them by a plus, and then add 5.13 plus 4.87 equals to 10, and their sign is definitely positive. Now, P, 18.6 plus minus 3.6, different signs, so we replace them by a minus sign. 18.6 minus 3.6 equals to 15. Now Q, minus 17.04 plus 2.8, same sign, so we replace them by a plus. Here the greater number has a negative sign, so I should write minus in front of them and then find the difference between the two numbers. 17.04 minus 12.8 is 4.24. Exercise 5. Rewrite and complete by equal or different from. Here we have 0 plus minus 5. It's the same as 0 minus 5. So it's minus 5. Here I have minus 5 plus 0. It's also minus 5. So they are equal to each other. Next one. Minus 7.5 plus, which means plus 5, is minus 2.5. Here we have 5 minus 7.5. We have different signs, so we replace them by a minus. The answer is minus 2.5. So they are also the same. Now, minus 4 plus 2, same sign, so I can replace them by a plus sign. We have minus 4 plus 2, it's minus 2. And on the other side, we have minus 2 plus 4. It's the same as 4 minus 2, which is 2. Minus 2 and plus 2, they are not equal. They are opposite numbers because they have different signs but the same distance from 0. Now, plus 3.5 plus minus can be replaced by a minus sign. Plus 3.5 minus 3.5 equals to 0. Why? Because these numbers are opposite numbers and we know that the sum of opposite numbers equal to 0. Now, minus 4.5 plus 4.5, the same idea, the sum of opposite numbers equals to 0, so both expressions are equal. Now, the last exercise for today. Transform each subtraction into addition, then calculate. Look, honey, it's the same strategy we are using over and over. When we have the same sign next to each other, plus plus or minus minus, I replace them by a plus sign. If we have different signs, minus plus or plus minus, both of them, if they are next to each other, definitely they are separated by a bracket, we replace them by a negative sign. So, plus 7 minus plus 8, I write on the line, plus 7 minus 8. Okay, which number of them is greater? 8 is greater than 7, so our answer should be negative. Minus, how much? What's the difference between 8 and 7? 8 minus 7 is 1. So, 7 minus 8 is minus 1. Did you get the idea? If 8 minus 7 equal 1, then 7 minus 8 equal to minus 1. Now, plus 11 minus minus 9, we replace these two minuses by a plus. So, it's plus 11 plus 9, which is plus 20. Now, part C. Minus 6 minus minus 11, the same idea, minus minus next to each other. I replace them by a plus sign. 11 minus 6 is 5. We know that minus 6 plus 11, it's the same as 11 minus 6, which is plus 5. Now, minus 7 minus plus 7 minus a plus can be replaced by a minus sign. So we write on the line minus 7 minus 7, which is minus 14. Now part E, minus 3 minus plus 7, different signs, so replace them by a minus. On the line we should write minus 3 minus 7, which equals to minus 10. The last part for today, plus 13 minus plus 9 minus plus, different signs, so I replace them by a minus sign. On the line I should write 13 minus 9, which is plus 4. Please, you have to write the correction of the exercises and the solution of the new exercises on your classwork book, hand in your work in the assignment. Thanks for your attention. Bye bye.